You got 0% financing on home appliances and free delivery on washers and dryers over $3.99 at the only store with the top 6 brands. Sears. Where else?
We were in the islands, exploring the only volcano in the world you can bike from top to bottom. It was a place we found on Travelocity. We experienced what it was like to spend a day in the clouds.
Great trips stay with you forever. On Travelocity, we'll show you a calendar of choices for the price you want. Because a great fare isn't great if it's not available when you are. Travelocity. Go virtually anywhere.
I'm Mark, this is Erica. We're in Las Vegas. It's 106 degrees, and we're going to tie the knot.
I'm Michael, and this is Marianne, and we're in Vegas to get married.
When you're in Las Vegas, there's not a thing you could think of that somebody can't get you.
If you don't want to plan a wedding, Vegas is the place to come.
Frontier is a landmark on the Strip. I remember it from being a kid when my parents would bring me to Vegas, and it's always been here, and I just thought it'd be great to stay here and have this be part of, the whole experience. I actually have always enjoyed gambling here. The casino's cool.
He was an associate producer on a television show, a series we were working on together. And
we met.
That was it.
And I dug her.
I think I knew I wanted to marry him fairly early on after I met him.
Probably about a week after meeting her and sort of watching her work, I remember thinking, this is the kind of woman I should be married to.
I would have to say that the first thing I noticed about Mark was his charm. He's very charming. His sense of humor is...
It wasn't my stomach?
No.
Okay, good.
He has a great sense of humor and always makes me laugh.
A couple months into our working together, we were all sitting on the stage talking, and somehow some conversation came up, and I told her that I'd marry her next week. And she kind of looked at me in a way that I thought, she knows I'm not joking.
And I laughed it off and got very nervous after that because I thought, I hope so, because that's what I want. We were at McDonald's or something like that, and he'd say, what about right now? Would you say yes? Would you say yes? I don't have a ring, but I can make one out of a straw. Would you say yes?
Yeah.
And I would giggle it off and laugh like it was
I did that for
silly.
a couple of months.
Until one weekend when we were in San Diego. We were at some hotel, and we were walking down to the beach, and he reached into his pocket very casually and said, oh, I forgot about my chocolate. And then he looked at the foil and said, hey, this would make a really pretty ring. If I made it into a ring, would you take it? Would you accept it? And I was like, yeah, whatever. I was over it at this point. He came over and sat down in front of me on one knee and said, okay, will you marry me? And I was kind of mad because I thought, don't joke about this. This is not funny. Yeah, and he's like, come on, answer. And so finally, I said yes, and he tried to put it on my finger, and there was too much foil. I said, well, it's not going to fit. You need to take some of the foil off. And he did, and the ring was inside. So I started crying immediately, and that was it.
She said yes.
I said yes. I could not believe that he'd done that. He thought earlier in the day that I had figured it out, but I was very surprised. We decided to come to Las Vegas because it was something we both really wanted to do. We had a very formal church wedding, lots of people, lots of family, and then decided to do something completely opposite, which was campy, fun, old-style Vegas wedding.
Vegas is great. It's got something for everybody, even me.
Vegas is all about weddings. Oh my God, it is definitely all about weddings. We met online and we just felt like it was a 1 in a million chance that we met, and I just felt that Vegas is also, you know, the town of taking a gamble and winning, and so that's why we chose Las Vegas.
To me, it was just magic because all of a sudden I got an email from her.
It was just very short and sweet.
It just caught my eye, and I thought, gee, I want to get to know her.
He had a picture in there. He was cute. He had a great smile.
So I sent her an email back and said, well, I've never really met anyone in person through this, but maybe we should get together. We were to meet at 11:30. Of course, she knew what I looked like, but I didn't know what she looked like. She wasn't there. I sat and waited for a while.
I'm notoriously late, and everyone gives me a hard time about this.
Finally, I walked outside to see if she was waiting outside, and as I was walking out, apparently she was walking in. I was really disappointed, but I walked back in, and there she was sitting there, looking beautiful, and I just fell in love with her at first sight.
It was magic. We just knew it in that instant, and he sat down. We had planned just to spend 30 minutes, and like 3.5 hours later, we looked up, and it seemed like an instant. I think we were committed from the time we met in the coffee shop on, and then he's a little slow, so I had to hint that, that
Now,
it
wait a
may be
minute.
time to start proposing. First it was, I want you to marry me, and that was a really special moment, but then I said, you know, you're supposed to do some jewelry with this, you know, you're supposed to. So then the second time was with the heart. Then I said, no, it's supposed to be a diamond ring. And then the third time, he got it right.
I took her out to a restaurant, and I got down on one knee, and I asked her to marry me, and I handed her a diamond ring. I wanted to marry her. I was in love with her.
He's loving and caring. He gives me the freedom to be who I am. It was like pulling a slot, you know, pulling the handle on the slot, seeing what comes up. In Vegas, you can, no matter how much you express yourself, you can be as wild and outrageous as possible. So since everyone else is outrageous, he comes out just a little bit more. So this is, it's good for him.
If you like your world's best with brains, go to the head of the class. The Travel Channel's got nature's top 10 wise guys. From the smartest squirrels to the sharpest swine. These aren't your typical bird brains. Then, move on up. The Travel Channel's hitting the top spots to see the most amazing animal engineers on the planet. We'll be making mountains out of molehills. World's best places to see the smartest animals and world's best places to see animal builders. Tonight, starting at 9 on the Travel Channel. The secret's out when we tell the tales of these haunted hotels. What can a cat reveal about this inn's ghostly guests? It's just one of Travel Channel's secrets. Haunted Hotels. Monday night at 9, only on the Travel Channel.
You say the word glasses and people think stereotype. But you know, it's just the opposite. There are so many chances to become someone new just by changing your glasses. Come into LensCrafters. You'll see what I mean. Are you lucky enough to need glasses?
You can express your opinion about the environment on your car, or you can do it with your car. It's America's first gasoline-electric hybrid, the Insight from Honda. The most fuel-efficient car in the world.
Moo. Looking for an incredible deal on a computer? Just call 1-800-GATEWAY, because right now you can get a Gateway 300S desktop complete with an Intel Celeron processor, 17-inch monitor, a 20-gigabyte hard drive, and a CD burner, all for just $7.99. That's a fully loaded desktop for only $7.99. To take advantage of this special offer, call 1-800-GATEWAY. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Sunday night, the Travel Channel's taking you to new heights and hidden places. Starting at 8, from an underground missile site to the ultimate Air Force weapon, we're giving you complete access to some of the world's most restricted places. And at 9, they crave the thrill of danger. Risk it all with the world's wildest daredevils who live life on the edge. Travel Channel presents Sunday night starting at 8 on the Travel Channel.
I think if you're going to do the whole Vegas thing, you have to see Elvis.
Anything that you'd like to hear, just keep it to yourself. Yeah, sure. I like my suit. Very nice. Thank you very much.
Our wedding is all about Vegas, so we had to do the Elvis thing.
Elvis thing.
The Elvis thing.
It just goes to show you how special Elvis is today that somebody would still want to make him a part of their wedding day. And I think these two are going to start off on the right foot. So I wish them luck and thank you.
Then roulette, you pick a section of the wheel and you bet those numbers and you hope that the ball falls somewhere in that section. And we bet like 10 rolls and didn't fall once.
Not once.
I think it was the dealer's fault. Our love was worth mega bucks.
See this? I want to do this in my living room.
Oh, you mean in our living room?
Yes.
We'll have to hire Michelangelo to paint the ceiling.
Okay.
What's special about Marianne is a lot about what's special about Vegas. It's glitz and glamour. It's a lot of fun.
Once couples try my frozen grapes, it's like an aphrodisiac. They'll be together forever. How are they?
Delicious.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful stay here at Caesars.
Thank you.
And congratulations to you. Enjoy Las Vegas.
Stick your nose into that one.
All right, make a toast.
Yay. Okay. My two favorite people on the planet. May you live, prosper, have great sex, and
Cheers.
long life together.
All right. Salute.
You ready? Tall virgin and virgin. How is she?
Delicious.
He's a loving, tender, caring, marvelous guy. And I am so happy that you found him.